Ladies and gentlemen, we made it 5 days into the new year, but I could finally break the chains and say what I've been wanting to say since January 1st. Hello there, I am Ruin Leon, and I go by many credentials, and those credentials go as follows. The doctor, professor, philanthropist, gynecologist, veterinarian, cafeteria lady with them big double D titties that serves you that slop on Mondays, professional dog walker, McDonald's protester. Put a pin in that because we're gonna come back to it later. Burger King onion ring connoisseur, dildo expertise, clit finder, veterinarian, gardener, the first black transphobic wizard in the Hogwarts universe, according to Twitter, and the newest relationship guru. And my civic duty is to teach the young minds how to not be stupid on social media. And today's class is expectations versus knowledge and reality. Because I know out in the world, a lot of people like to think that they're the smartest person in the room, and they watch all these shows and they consume all this information, and they think to themselves, when I see a discrepancy, I shall speak, and I will be the one to make the change in the world. I'm not certain if any of you are aware of this, but there's some conflict going on in the world. There's wars, there's terror groups, there's people being kidnapped, there's concern that those kidnapped people are dead and they might not make it home, and people are not safe and they're afraid. And some people, over the course of these past few months, have been demanding that people speak up, because if you don't speak up, your silence is violence. And there's been this video circulating ever since October, being treated as if it's new as of January 2nd, where you have a woman who is no longer going to sit in silence against all this hatefulness and evilness in the world. So she decides to speak up against McDonald's and the color of their wrappers.
So I was starving, so I had to get one quick sandwich from here. And I thought they gave me the wrong sandwich, but conveniently, McDonald's changed their packaging. Wow. What does that resemble? Yeah. So what is this?
This one?
Yeah. What is this new packaging?
It's the McChicken wrapper.
But why is it blue and white?
I honestly, I don't know.
I think you do know. This is in support of Israel. They changed it.
I mean, it was like that actually since a few months ago because we ran out of the regular ones.
No, I don't think so. This is obviously in support of Israel.
No, I mean, we actually had that for a while though.
This was here 2 weeks ago and it wasn't like this.
I mean, we have had it though because we also had the red one.
I know this is not your fault because you're an employee, but I think this is disgusting for them to do this. And I know you in your heart, you know in your heart that this is clearly what this wrapper is for.
But I mean, I didn't know that.
I'm explaining it to you. It is. This is what it's for. This is the color of their flag. This is clearly what they're doing and what they're showing to people. And I think it's disgusting.
First of all, sitting there getting offended by a rapper that's known by everybody in existence with varying degrees of colors based on what it is you're buying and purchasing from McDonald's makes you look like the weirdo who never went outside and ordered anything other than some weird concoction that was made in a processor because you don't know how to cook and you think spending $10 on a McChicken is the viable option for you as an American in this world. Number two, expecting an employee to just sit there and take your lecture on the world is absolutely nonsensical, and I have a lot of respect for various employees who have to put up with stupid people who always want to get in their face for some shit they don't even care about. And number three, which is the most important part, I made mention of it a little bit, that this video is being treated as if it's new, but it was something that occurred back in October of last year. And just for anyone who questions the legitimacy of it, it's a real video. It's not a skit, but the rappers that this woman was complaining about predated October of 2023. Claims by social media users that McDonald's has changed its food wrappers to white and blue to show support for Israel during the ongoing Israel and Hamas conflict are false. The fast food chain told Reuters, whatever this website's name is called, the generic wrappers have been used for years and existed in a variety of colors, McDonald's said. One post on Facebook captioned "McDonald's changed wrapping to support Israel" shows a video of the customer, which you have have already seen in this video. So we understand that this woman just came up with this wild concept that everything's becoming support for Israel. And how could they do this? Because I've read all the information necessary and I don't want anyone supporting Israel. Not my Starbucks, not my McDonald's, not my Burger King, not my Walmart, because I want things to be the way I want them to be. And how dare you show support for any group that I don't show support to? There's also the funny part where she's the dumbass who thought that this was a change, but because she only focuses on eating the wrappers and never looking at the wrappers, she was wrong. And you would think after being wrong about this, she would admit to the world that, hey, I made a very hilariously crucial mistake. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have given a lecture to McDonald's employees. I should have just let them live and be employees at a job they really don't want to work at, but they need money because they're either trying to make ends meet or they want to be somebody who has a little bit of job responsibility and experience under their belt. I'm sorry for looking like a dumbass, but credit to good old Andy New and his website, because they gave me this little added nugget about this woman being told that this is not something new, and it was, and I quote, in a later post after Instagram placed a false information notice on her video. Name I cannot pronounce. What I will also add is a terrible name, stood by her original accusation. Regardless of when this packaging was made, it is clear why it was made and designed the way it was with those distinctive colors she wrote. Because after being told by a bunch of people and having it confirmed by McDonald's that this color of what looks to be white and blue has existed for years, you must now think in your mind you know what you're talking about. You're the smartest person in the room. You're the intellectual who, even though you're wrong, you'll sit there and say, oh yes, well, it may be that I'm wrong about this, but the intention of the colors is there and you must pay attention to it because I'm the one telling you and I'm exposing the truth. This is as dumb as people saying that they've exposed Starbucks for their sugary drinks when all you gotta do is look at the fucking nutrition facts that are easily Googleable and by legal law have to be made aware of to the people, because giving them a sugary concoction is not good for their heart. You do not ever have to be someone drastically suffering from main character syndrome to the point where you will be so wrong, but you'll dig your heels into the ground because everybody else is the problem and I'm the only one with the real solutions. It doesn't take you being dumb for you to realize what you're saying and doing is a dumb thing. I feel bad for those McDonald's employees because they have been traumatized by having to deal with a very stupid and slow person who was desperate for somebody to believe whatever the ramblings she got from Twitter were actually to be true. And for everybody else, I'm glad you were able to consume this lesson on not being stupid via social media or in public. And if there's anything I can end this on, it's this. You can be somebody who has an echo chamber of people to believe and pat you on the back and support everything you say and do. You are completely well within your right to live in that level of delusion. I can't stop you. I can't pull you from that. What I can do is make you aware of one thing. Your echo chamber is in that space. It can't be anywhere else in public, especially online where there's people who will see you, and there'll be people who will agree, but then there will be an overwhelming majority of people who will say you are fucking stupid. And to you, madam, you are fucking stupid. Subscribe to the channel. I shall see you all in the next one. Goodbye.